Hey guys, I woke up this morning, didn't even get a chance to really take care of myself, as you can see, and I realized there's a new PlayStation blog post already out about Tomb Raider 456 Remastered. I read it very briefly. It's really not super exciting news or anything like that, as it pertains to the new Remastered trilogy, but it shares a couple of new screenshots, some new points about the photo mode, that sort of thing, so I decided, well, even though I'm 2 days late to this, it was already out this Friday, why not do a bit of a deep dive and just to keep you guys in the loop, okay? So let's take a look at it together. So here we are at the official PlayStation blog post. So, like I said, this is already 2 days old information, I just learned about it this morning. Photo mode returns in Tomb Raider 456 Remastered, launching February 14th, so exactly 3 months from the time they published this article. See the world through Lara's lens, plus developer Aspyr shares photo mode examples. Now this article, just for full context, is written by Matthew Ray, who seems to be associate brand manager at Aspyr. It's the same guy who wrote the previous article back when 456 Remastered were announced, okay? So I think pretty spot on information. I think a bit better than last year's information we got on 123 Remastered, where they mentioned this whole weird thing about Lara's home being this always accessible hub with ever-increasing artifact collection and nonsense like that, which wasn't true. I think this guy knows a bit better what's going on with the game. So I also am gonna dive into screenshots, don't you worry. So, Lara Croft's legendary adventures continue on February 14th with the release of the remastered package. As we patiently wait her return, we'd love to take a moment to explore some enhanced features created specifically for this remaster. Which is odd, because they're just gonna talk about one feature that was created specifically for the previous remaster, but okay. This latest collection not only revitalizes Lara's adventures, but also brings back a fan-favorite feature, photo mode, to capture all the thrilling moments you encounter. So, explore and capture iconic moments. As you swan dive back into Lara Croft's darkest adventures, again, a bit of a callback to the Darkness trilogy as they're calling it, you'll have the ability to capture and share the beauty and excitement of your adventures with your friends, whether you're scaling the Great Pyramid of Giza in The Last Revelation. Nightmare. It's a nightmare to go through that. I don't like that part of the game at all. Unfortunately, they made scaling the Great Pyramid of Giza very boring and frustrating in the original Tomb Raider 4. I think it's going to be the same here, but maybe visually they can do cool stuff with it in the remaster. Sneaking through a high-security complex in Chronicles, oh yes, so looking forward to that. Or uncovering dark secrets in the shadowy streets of Paris in the Angel of Darkness. Photo mode lets you freeze, frame and capture your most memorable moments. One important caveat, guys, in case you're also playing the 123 Remastered trilogy, bringing up the photo mode is the only real way to pause the game. For example, if you're doing the time trial achievements, I only play for sport series of achievements, opening up the inventory menu, it will not actually pause the game. It will pause the happening inside the level, but the time keeps ticking and running as you're in the inventory, which is not something many people know from the get-go. If you really want to pause the game and not have the game time increase, make sure to bring up the photo mode, right? Another reason why it's such a useful tool. Although, to be fair, the original PlayStation versions of the games had a dedicated pause button, which the remasters don't. But photo mode has you covered for that. Just some people are not clear on that, wanted to let you know. I assume it's going to be exactly the same thing in 456 and the time will not increase. Now, what's cool about this, and something I wasn't really sure about, is that we will have the photo mode in Angel of Darkness. So, presumably, if it's going to give us the degree of freedom like it does in the classic games, where we can move around the levels freely, and I never want to go back to the originals because I got so accustomed to it and I love it so much, I am very excited about the possibilities of exploring the Angel of Darkness levels, which are not at all grid-based, completely handcrafted in photo mode. That's gonna be pretty damn cool. So, now we have a confirmation it's gonna make it there. Photo mode features, new poses and outfits. In addition to including all of the poses and outfits from 1 to 3 Remastered, this new collection will include even more as an added bonus. Tailor each shot to reflect her adventurous spirit and style. Suggestion to Aspyr and presumably Saber working on this. I actually still don't know if Saber is working on this remastered package. Please also re-implement via patch the new poses and outfits, I think, most importantly, into 123 Remastered. This way, people who maybe have the first collection but weren't really thinking about the second one will just see a couple of really intriguing and cool outfits and they'll be like, you know what? I want to know what happens next, I'm gonna get the next collection, you know? Just a little cool thing like that. More outfits are always appreciated, and especially with the outfit selector that's currently now in 123 Remastered, you'll be able to use, 4 and 5 outfits, I'm not really sure if Angel of Darkness ones, for the classic games. And that's gonna be wonderful. So please patch the new ones into the previous remastered collection. I think all of us would be happy about that. For the outfit selector as well, not just the photo mode. But as it pertains to the photo mode, so customizable shots, set up your scenes with ease using adjustable camera angles, depth of field and zoom effects, create the perfect composition to showcase the remastered environments. Talking about them, let me just zoom it up here. So we see Lara in the Lost Library of Alexandria. This, outside the Tomb of Set and Burial Chambers, which I really consider one level, is my most favorite level of the last revelation of Tomb Raider 4. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's kind of like Lara's home, like Croft Manor, but on steroids and incredibly dangerous. It's great stuff. So they're showcasing it with Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles Catsuit, which is so much better than Tomb Raider 3 ones, but they're using a pose from Tomb Raider 1's original marketing, and they're using angry expression on Lara's face, which this is not a good outfit to showcase Lara's expression because of the headset that she has on and the sort of glasses, infrared glasses she wears, but more interested in this, let's look at the interface. So we have pose 17, phase 2, outfit 7, weapon 2. I really hope in the actual released game it will not just number the outfits, but it will give us the names of the outfits. Currently in 1 and 2, 3 Remastered, when you're cycling through outfits, you see the name, like Bloody Classic, Vegas outfit, that sort of thing, or Training 1, Training 2, those do have numbering, but also the name that they're from Croft Manor, that sort of thing. So please also bring back the names of the outfits in here, don't just leave it at the number, okay? I really hope this is just some very early footage. Furthermore, it says weapon 2, and that's guns for some reason. Maybe weapon 1 will be a flare? Again, I do hope they'll work on this. Also, I'm not really hot on this blue box over here. It doesn't look good at all. The interface in 1, 2, 3 Remastered already looks leagues better. I think this will be some early build. Heck, guys, this could be as old as even before the current photo mode interface was implemented into 1, 2, and 3, I have a feeling they started working on 4 and 5 much earlier than the release even of 1, 2, 3. That's just my theory, we don't know officially. But I don't see how else they would make it in such a short amount of time. Now, what I'm really excited about is the details of the Lost Library. We see some increased shadowing there. It reminds me of when I sometimes mod and re-implement DirectX 11 into some old games from 90s, early 2000s. So there's some proper shadowing there. The column textures, the marble is absolutely beautiful. And I think we'll get a bit of a better shot at the vases in the back, where we'll be able to see what patterns they show, which was very difficult to do in the original. So looking forward to all the different jars and vases of Tomb Raider 4 that we'll be able to break. Oh yes, and some of them tell a story about key items we find in those levels, so super excited about that. Okay, so we have another shot. Again, this is not from Tomb Raider 4, but Tomb Raider 5, the Colosseum level. Never really explained why the hell there are live gladiators there, but hey, they kept them, and can I just say they look really well done. These models are phenomenal. In a sense, they almost look better than Lara herself. Well, not quite, but still, they had an easy time because they didn't have to work on the face, it's fully covered up. But the gladiators look awesome, having those Roman shields and short swords, the gladius, really cool. The lion looks, again, not particularly happy how the joints are all twisted. That's a gripe I had ever since the original footage of the announcement trailer for 1, 2, 3 Remastered. They did touch up the model significantly since then. We'll see, even the mane is not particularly pronounced, but to be fair, it doesn't look worse than the original, so that's that. I feel like I can't complain that much. The environments, on the other hand, look phenomenal. We'll see actual 3D background of the Colosseum itself. It was just sort of a paper-made cardboard cutout in the original, so that's pretty cool. And just to mix and match things, they gave Lara a pose and they gave her an outfit from the Russian chapter of the game, not the one happening in Rome in Italy, right? So just to show you there'll be that level of customizability. The next screenshot they showed, however, is I think gonna be one of the most important bit of news to you guys. I remember that in the original announcement trailer for 4, 5, 6 Remastered, none of us were really happy with the way Lara looked in the remastered version of the game. Actually, let me just quickly bring back the original... Actually, yeah. sorry, I'm just gonna bring my own video here and let's take a look at the trailer footage, because people were not really happy with the way Lara looked in there in Angel of Darkness. She looked a bit sickly and almost like a zombie. Let's see. Okay, louver shots, we're getting close. Or was it here? Oh, no, I think it's actually here at the beginning. So, okay, we're getting really close. Thank you for bearing with me. And there she is. Okay, YouTube compression did its own thing, but you can see that Lara looked kind of like a walking corpse. In a sense, Peter Conalisa looked better. So, people were not happy with this, right? And some of us were thinking, okay, maybe this is just really early footage, it's gonna get better down the line, but again, they probably showcased it for a reason, right? To be fair, Lara looking almost like a zombie makes sense story-wise. She is supposed to be injured and weak after her pretty much being brought back from the dead by a shamanistic tribe in Egypt who recovered her body from Giza in Egypt. In case you haven't played Tomb Raider 4, that sort of thing, I'm not gonna say much more than that, and also this is never explained in the games, it's explained by a separate novelization, right? But her looking like a walking corpse kind of makes sense, and the original idea for Angel of Darkness was that she's gonna be really weak, not gonna have her full complement of moves, and of course they tried to put RPG mechanics there, an upgrade system, that sort of thing, and that's kind of how we ended up with the whole I feel stronger now meme, right? But her looking like that made sense to me. Still, it does look worse than the original, that's true. But instead, we now see what I'm gonna presume is a shot of the remastered footage of Angel of Darkness, because the lighting is way better than in the original, and Lara even looks sharper herself, even the denim textures, that sort of thing. So I think, guys, they heard the feedback and they fixed her, or maybe this is the Lara they have been using for the past couple of months, it's just in the trailer footage there is a bit of outdated thing going on. Could be the case, we will never really know what the development process was like. I even remember in the original trailer for 1, 2, 3 Remastered, they showed us back in Nintendo Direct in September last year, many of the pickupable objects were just 2D sprites, they weren't even 3D modeled back then, and it was very old footage that was showed for the announcement trailer, right? So it's a bit unfortunate how even, let's say, marketing departments of development companies can often have very outdated builds and footage that they're presenting now, despite the fact so much work in progress has already been done, okay? But very happy with how this Lara looks, very close to the original, very sexy. I like the eyeliner she has in the Angel of Darkness, and you kind of never know if she's gonna help you or shoot you dead, which is kind of awesome. It's a very dark version of Lara, and she can be such a bitch to everyone she meets, which is half the fun of Angel of Darkness, honestly. So happy about this shot. This is kind of, for me, the biggest news of this entire article focused on photo mode. Now, dynamic expressions. Choose from a range of expressions to bring Lara's character to life in your photos. Highlight her bravery, determination, and curiosity with ease. So kind of more of the same, just different expression, no guns in her hands. I see this... I think it's called Pharaoh's Knot or something like that, so I can't tell if this is Lost Library or Hall of Demetrius footage. One of the two. Anyway, again, these two levels should have been the one and the same level that were split due to memory constraints of the hardware at the time, but again, the same kind of interface, nothing new here really. We already know we'll be able to change expressions. Back to the Angel of Darkness. Guys, I really hope that in case anyone from Aspirant Saber is listening, please bring us the option to change Lara's outfits across all 6 games. What I mean by that, bring Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfits to Angel of Darkness, and bring Angel of Darkness outfits to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be so incredibly cool. There are people who think Angel of Darkness has the best outfits in the franchise. I don't agree, but I can see where they're coming from. And I think it will make a lot of people happy being able to replay all games, just Lara wearing her denim outfit or something like that, right? Again, I'm not sure how possible it will be given the engine differentiations, and they would probably have to recreate all outfits and expressions from scratch just for Angel of Darkness, and then all the Angel of Darkness, then recreate them from scratch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it would be absolutely worth it. It would make us very happy. Seamless integration, use photo mode anytime during gameplay to capture the spontaneous, unforgettable moments. Whether it's a breathtaking view or dramatic encounter, your perfect shot is always just a menu away. yeah, so you can summon it anytime. I'm not really sure now if you can do that during in-game cutscenes. I don't think you can, but guys, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Now, one screenshot I'm particularly keen on is, I mean, it seems like most of these screenshots were taken in the Lost Library level of Tomb Raider 4, but we see Lara's deep sea dive outfit. Now, she looks kind of cute in this, you know, wearing the cap, but you can see her eyebrows, her eyelashes, that sort of thing, which is a vast improvement over this atrocity, guys. I'm just gonna put it here on full screen, just so you can appreciate the horror. This is what Lara looked like in the deep sea dive outfit in the original, and this gave little Zelgaris nightmares, and not just me, many others, so I'm very happy about this change. Now we'll see how she'll actually look like once underwater, you know, not above ground, with a weird lighting in her face, but guys, thank you so much for making Lara look good in the deep sea dive outfit. Now, for some reason, they included this step-by-step guide, maybe to address the confusion. When 1.2.3 Remastered originally released, people were confused, what's a photo mode and how do I activate it? Many people haven't even unlocked the achievement for bringing up the photo mode until much later on because of that. On PC it was F3, and on consoles or even PC, if you're using a controller, it was pressing both thumbsticks on your controller, right? So activate photo mode. Photo mode activates by holding down both of your sticks on the DualSense controller. Oh, sorry, this is PlayStation blog post. They need to mention DualSense controller, of course. Frame your shot, adjust the camera angle, zoom and depth of field using the on-screen controls, and find your desired composition. Now, they haven't really showed it here. They only showed the right side of the menu in all these screenshots. But what intrigues me is they mentioned the camera angle, which is there in 1.2.3 Remastered, and there's also a depth of field slider, but it actually has a zoom functionality. But here they mention the camera angle, zoom and depth of field as 3 different functionalities. This could mean there are going to be 3 different sliders now, or it could be just a weird way of saying it, who knows. Hit the dressing room, pick from various outfits from across Tomb Raider 4 1-6 Remastered collection, equip her with different weapons for an added touch of sass. See, this right here gives me hopes that we'll see Angel of Darkness outfits re-implemented into all the previous games, and vice versa. But they don't really mention the outfit selector, they only mention this in the context of the photo mode. I really hope we'll get the outfit selector properly on release for 4.5.6 Remastered, and we'll have the option to toggle all outfits. Now, express yourself. Select Lara's expression to convey the right mood for your shot. What are we feeling today? A victorious and joyful smile or a bombastic side-eye? Lara's side-eye is pretty damn bombastic. Strike a pose. Pick your favorite pose from across the Tomb Raider 1-6 Remastered collection, whether it's a fierce battle stance or triumphant pose. Have fun customizing to your liking. Capture and share. Once you're satisfied with the show, use the create button on your controller. Remember, PlayStation blog post. I can't stand the share button on PS4 and the DualSense. I hate it, I'm sorry. Share your best shots with the community and join fellow fans in celebrating Lara Croft's legacy. Okay, so how about a first look? Now this is sort of the second interesting part of the article, as this won't dive into even more details around Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 Remastered. The photo mode feature isn't the only exciting addition, but it's the only one you talk about here, so yeah. Alongside capturing epic moments, fans can look forward to new collectible achievements and unique art badges, each one a striking tribute to Lara's legacy. Guys, I don't know if they just mean the art associated with the achievements, or if there's some kind of new collectible just specifically for this trilogy. Now, I myself haven't really known this for the longest time, but there was a Sega Dreamcast version of Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation. Get lost, Black Friday savings, pretty please. And it's really the best version of Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation so far, much better than PlayStation or even PC. It had new visual effects, and it had a whole unlockable menu full of features, like a remix of the main menu theme, and many art styles and shots and concept arts and things like that. So the Sega Dreamcast version got you covered. It had the best version of Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation. Unfortunately, I never played it, but I've seen some footage online of it. I would love if all that would be brought back into Tomb Raider 4 Remastered. Furthermore, actually, I think I'm gonna show you guys what I mean here, because there is a whole list of unlockable features. Actually, no, I think a better example of this would be... Oh, there we go. There is a whole gallery already in the PC and PS1 version of Tomb Raider 5, the original, where you can check the storyboards, some tease promotional materials for Angel of Darkness, back when we all thought it's gonna be awesome. It was tragic. And then a gallery, right? And I really hope these kinds of unlockables will be brought back to the Remastered. Furthermore, the PlayStation 1 version of Tomb Raider 5 had different unlockables from the PC version of Tomb Raider 5. And I'm not even sure about the Dreamcast version. You guys can maybe let me know if there even was a Dreamcast version of TR5. I think there was actually. So yeah, that's essentially something I want to see in the Remasters package. All these collectibles and unlockables. Here they just mention unique art badges. I have no bloody clue what they could mean. But hey, unlockables will be there, so why not the original ones, right? And for those who remember the heart-pounding encounters with the nearly indestructible mini-bosses, I'm happy they say nearly indestructible, because as you know, there's a way you can kill the Minotaur. And we pulled it off in our Let's Play from a couple of years back. We're thrilled to showcase a new look at the two of Lara Croft's most formidable foes, the relentless Bronze Bull and the fearsome Minotaur from the last Revelation. And this is a point where I'm like, why are you showing us this, guys? Okay, I'm gonna start with my most hated adversary, the Guardian of Samarkand. This is what he looked like in the original. We see some heavy pixelation being done to the original graphics. They kind of want to show how it looked on PS1. Again, this is one of the points, my biggest complaints for the Remastered trilogy, is that on PC version at least, I would expect the PC quality of the original graphics, but instead they downgraded them to PlayStation 1, heavily pixelated. The original PC release versions actually looked way better, and even lighting to this very day with Major 4 patch is still messed up in the original graphics toggle. But then again, I play the remasters for the remastered graphics, right? But still, in terms of preservation, I was hoping better job would be done for the original graphics toggle. Now what they're showing us here is the original graphics toggle, presumably for the remastered version of Last Revelation. Heavy pixelation everywhere, but there's the Guardian of Samarkand, the guy that brings me nightmares, my most hated adversary from our Let's Play back from 2021. Corporation Guardian of Samarkand. Well, now you knocked down the door and you knocked out. So, there we go, the first death of Tomb Raider 4. Just drop over here, ignore. Oh my god! I hate you so much! Now this is what they're showing us as the remastered Guardian of Samarkand. And he looks much worse. I mean, he looks bleached, the colors are faded, and look, there's actual reflection happening here. And there's some shadowing being done here, whereas this guy just looks like regurgitated version of the Guardian of Samarkand. Now, the floor textures look way better. One issue I have is that here in the original they show us the crackable Eye of Horus, where we need to lure the bull to crack it and progress through the level and trigger a mechanism. Here they don't show us that. It's just from completely different angle. And yeah, Guardian of Samarkand looks like ass here. I just really hope this is gonna receive a touch-up. To be fair, in the announcement trailer, even the T-Rex from the Lost Valley looked absolutely ridiculous, and they did patch it later on. But why would you use this as an example for, you know, showcasing the touch-ups? Because this is a touchdown, and I don't mean it in a sort of rugby sorts of way. Or American football. So yeah, really disappointed with the Guardian of Samarkand. This guy just looks so much better. But let's look at the Bronze Minotaur. So this was the original guy. Over here, and let me... I'll leave it like this. This is the nearly indestructible one. He had a bit of a pathetic hammer, and he looked really goofy, but you were still scared of him because he was invincible, with the exception of one neat trick. Okay, that should be good. And now, just start the engine, and he falls down. And you had to trap him inside an actual courtyard. Well, the touch-up they did here, the hammer actually looks menacing, and he himself looks huge. And it looks like he's made out of metal, not out of cardboard. So, as far as the Minotaur goes, I'm really happy with the touch-up. Also, the background details, where you can actually see the Arabic lettering. Now, I cannot read it. If any of you guys can read this, I would really appreciate it if you could mention in the comments what it says. But this looks great, and also in the distance you can see this little lamp light source, which is not there in the original. Again, with the more dynamic lightning engine, they are bringing certain means of lighting up certain environments. In 1, 2, 3 Remastered trilogy, they often did it because everything was happening underground essentially. with a few exceptions, they just brought ceiling holes, you know, with a bit of shafts of light, casting light down there. And now they're bringing a fully electric light, which makes sense because this is actually taking place in Cairo, in a heavily populated city, despite the fact it's in more historical part of it. But yeah, so this is really cool. I really like this, but the Guardian of Samarkand, guys, you don't have me convinced. Please, this needs work. Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 Remastered launches on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on February 14th, 25. Head over to PlayStation Store to pre-order if you haven't already. Guys, don't pre-order. Wait for it to come out, check the reviews, then make a decision. There's never a need to pre-order anything digitally. Now, if you guys were to announce physical editions already, very limited, shipping costs, that sort of thing, that's a whole different story, but digital, nah. And oh yeah, one final screenshot I kind of wanted to show you. I don't think I have it open here, so let's let it buffer up. So this is really cool. There is a moment in New York levels in Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles where Lara will be scanned when X-ray machine. This is what she looks like, and they chose it as a selectable outfit for the game. Now, I'm not actually going to be using it, but it just makes me happy to see it's there, very Halloweeny. And also they took this shot, they knew what they were doing, in kind of the scariest level of maybe even the entire franchise, with plenty of spooky, scary skeletons all around. This is happening in the chapel in Ireland, in the labyrinth level. So this is a pretty cool nod showing us this. But at the same time, you cheeky buggers, you still haven't shown us what young Lara will look like. Because the Lara shown here is supposed to be the young, I think 14-year or 15-year-old Lara, something like that. So we have not yet seen young Lara from Tomb Raider 4's tutorial levels, and we have not seen young Lara from Tomb Raider 5's Ireland levels. They're keeping this a secret, which to an extent has me a bit worried, but maybe I shouldn't be. They did an outstanding job on the adult Lara model so far, and the young teen Lara is probably not going to be all that different. Joan L. Elliott just, you know, changed her voice a little to sound younger, and she did an excellent job sounding cute and sassy. So yeah, just a little neat trick. One thing I'd like to mention, what I hope will happen, but I don't know how much this is in the hands of Esper and Saber. I think PlayStation is more to blame for this. The terrible implementation of achievements on PlayStation 5. Honestly, even the PlayStation 4 one, despite the fact we at least have platinum trophies there, was not particularly good, because everything is bronze, then somewhere between 2 or 5 achievements in a given game are completely randomly silver. There are no gold trophies, and on PS5 you don't even get the platinums. It's just an absolute mess. Yeah, guys, for those of you maybe playing these on Xbox, let me know if you're kind of happy with the gamer score it gives you. I don't play these on Xbox, so I can't really be a judge of that, but I play them on PlayStation and PC. On PC, this doesn't matter. On PlayStation, however, I'm so unhappy with the trophy implementation. It's kind of an absolute mess. I really hope they'll do a better job this time. But again, they mentioned they couldn't for the original Remastered trilogy because of some PlayStation policy when it comes to a game executable containing several sub-executables has to be classified as additional content, and therefore they cannot really give you a platinum for each one. Essentially, Esper and Saber know what they're doing. I trust them. I don't think they themselves are happy with this trophy implementation, but if they can really think or negotiate with PlayStation some way to implement them better, I think all of us on the PlayStation platforms would be really happy about it. So yeah, guys, that's really all I wanted to show you. Those were my thoughts. It's not really big, exciting news like it was last year when after the announcement, they told us more about all sorts of features. Now it's just photo mode, customizable outfits, that sort of thing. I would appreciate if they mentioned specifically the outfit selector being in the new trilogy and the outfits being re-implemented back into the old games from the new ones. That sort of thing, right? Because this made it sound like we're just gonna get all outfits from all 6 games, but only in this trilogy. I want to see that re-implemented into the previous one. That would make it feel so complete, okay? But anyhow, after how last year's remasters turned out with a bit of a rough start when it comes to the way the trophies worked, well, or didn't work at all, and some of the messed up skyboxes and enemy models, it was a rough start, but overall I think the remasters turned out great. I couldn't really wish for anything better. Glad to know that photo mode will also be part of the Angel of Darkness. I'm super looking forward to checking those environments out, since they were not square-based anymore. That makes them way more interesting in my opinion. And yeah, that's it. Just wanted to keep you in the loop about that. When it comes out on February 14th, I'll still be working on Tomb Raider 3 Remastered, either wrapping up the core game or maybe already working on the Lost Artifact expansion, so I'm not gonna start working on Tomb Raider 4 Let's Play immediately. But in case you will not be able to wait, Paz Delgadis has you covered with my 2021 Let's Play of the entire Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation, where we 100%ed the game. Of course, back then achievements didn't exist, so some specific achievements it might not help you figure out, but where to find every enemy, every goodie, every secret, explore every nook and cranny, that Let's Play will have you covered until I'll get cracking down onto the actual remastered Let's Play. But when the new trilogy remastered will be out, I will buy it day one, and I will just give you some of my impressions. We'll have a bit of a video where we check out the menus, the controls, the photo mode options, the integration, the menus, that sort of thing, okay? So that's it. Now, as it pertains to my current Tomb Raider 3 Let's Play, I am now working on the Caves of Kalia level. Everything is already recorded, it was a fun level. I just need to really finish editing before that will be out, as I'm working on essentially 25 other videos for this coming and approaching December, okay? So thank you guys so much for your patience, and in case there'll be some other news released for this new remastered trilogy, I'll be all over that. And if not, then I'll see you next time in the Caves of Kalia.
Ooh.